Welcome to another exciting edition of Travel Guide. If you are new here, consider subscribing. Today we will be visiting the Chrysler Building, NYC. The building is located at the intersection of 42nd Street and Lexington Avenue, and is worth walking past if you are in the area. The Chrysler Building was put up for sale a few months back by its then majority owners, the Abu Dhabi Investment Council. The Chrysler Building is an Art Deco-style skyscraper located on the east side of Midtown Manhattan in New York City, at the intersection of 42nd Street and Lexington Avenue in the Turtle Bay neighborhood of Manhattan. 9 meters, the structure was the world's tallest building for 11 months before it was surpassed by the Empire State Building in 1931. Reynolds, the building was constructed by Walter Chrysler, the head of the Chrysler Corporation, and served as the corporation's headquarters from 1930 until the mid-1950s. The Chrysler Building's construction was characterized by a competition with 40 Wall Street and the Empire State Building to become the world's tallest building. It stands out in the skyline, and when you see it you get instantaneously oriented as to where you are in the city of NYC, Brooklyn. This magnificent structure was the tallest building in the world for the brief period from its completion until the Empire State Building was constructed. The unique architecture of the upper floors of the exterior of the Chrysler Building make it a very recognizable and attractive feature in the Manhattan skyline. The lobby of the first floor is beautiful, and worth taking a few minutes to see if you are in the area. While not quite as iconic as the Empire State Building, or beautiful as One World Trade Center, everyone should still stop by here at some point while in NYC. Although you cannot get the same access as you do at the Empire State or Rockefeller, it is worth a visit to see the amazing decoration in the lobby. The steel shines in the sunlight, and it's amazing to look at when the crown and spire light up at night, another true image of NYC seen from all over Manhattan and Brooklyn. Also, the access to Grand Central Terminal directly across the street is beyond convenient, which allows easy access to the city, airports, Metro North trains, and nearly anything one might need to access via public transit. There is no accounting for taste, but the Chrysler Building is much nicer looking than the Empire State Building, and there is no line or logjam to get inside here. There is no public observation deck, but the iconic eagles and radiator cap statues can be seen from the ground on 42nd Street. Like the Empire State Building, the Chrysler Building also has a pointed roof, and that make it easily recognizable on the silhouette of the Big Apple, one of the most iconic buildings in New York. You can visit the top of the rock here for some great views of the city. The only indicator of some energy conservation is the AC shuts off at 6 p.m., so your company has to pay for additional hours. The Chrysler Building is an Art Deco-style skyscraper located on the east side of Midtown Manhattan in New York City, at the intersection of 42nd Street and Lexington Avenue in the Turtle Bay neighborhood of Manhattan. Originally, the Chrysler Building was to be the Reynolds Building, a project of real estate developer and former XO New York State XO Senator XO William H. The Chrysler Building is an Art Deco-style skyscraper located on the east side of Midtown Manhattan in New York City, at the intersection of 42nd Street and Lexington Avenue in the Turtle Bay neighborhood of Manhattan. The main lobby is open to the public, and boasts an almost entirely original industrial-era untouched theme with marble floors, walls, and original mural on the ceiling by Edward Trumbull. Reynolds, the building was constructed by XO Walter Chrysler, the head of XO Chrysler Corporation, and served as the corporation's headquarters from 1930 until the mid-1950s. The Chrysler Building's construction was characterized by a competition with XO for Wall Street XO and the Empire State Building to become the world's tallest building. Although the Chrysler Building was built and designed specifically for the car manufacturer, the corporation did not pay for its construction, and never owned it. As XO Walter P. Perceptions of the building have slowly evolved into its now being seen as a paragon of the Art Deco architectural style, and in 2007, it was ranked 9th on the XO list of America's favorite architecture XO by the XO American Institute of Architects. Well worth seeing in the flesh, and your trip won't be wasted as Grand Central is one block down, the NY Library, and Bryant Park another couple of blocks along, and then you reach Broadway and Times Square, assuming you are heading west. The Chrysler Building. An office building in New York City, designed by architect William Van Allen, and often cited as the epitome of the Art Deco skyscraper. It claimed this honor in November 1929 when the building was topped off with a 180 feet 55 meters spire, and held the record until the Empire State Building opened in 1931. Chrysler, who commissioned the building, stainless steel automobile icons, radiator caps in the form of Mercury, were incorporated in the frieze on the setback at the base of the tower, and in decorative work on other parts of the building. Today the Chrysler Building still stands as one of New York City's tallest and most iconic skyscrapers, and the skyline wouldn't be the same without it. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to subscribe, and leave your comments below.